Good.
Cool. All right. My name is Christian. Today I want to share an idea with you. This idea is understanding body language can powerfully magnify your communication success. All right. So body language is how we communicate our charisma, personality, and our influence without using words. Right. So I'm going to give you 2 examples. All right. And I want you to think about which example is going to stick with you more. All right. Example 1. Just do it. Accomplish your dreams. All right, now here's example 2. Just do it. Accomplish your dreams. Do it. Right? That's a little bit of shallow buff for you. So, the second example is a little bit extreme. I had to do it a couple of times before I could get into class today. I had to kind of get that adrenaline going because I was nervous for this. But so it says, this is actually, Vanessa Van Edwards, she's the lead investigator at Science of People, and that's just a behavior research lab, right? She's got a PhD in communications and things like that. According to some recent studies that came out, 93% of communication is nonverbal, while 7% is in the use of words, right? So 93% of what you're getting from my presentation is what I'm kind of saying with my body language here, or just kind of when you're talking to somebody, right? They say that by body language they can tell if somebody's lying, right? So like if you're talking to a little kid and you're like, Joey, did you steal those cookies? He's like, oh, no. Joey, are you telling me the truth? He's like, I'm telling you the truth, Mom. I'm telling you the truth. Right, I know that because I did that plenty of times. But what am I saying? What is my head saying? I'm saying no. No, I'm not telling you the truth, right? And I'm sure some more of the girls can relate to this one. But I mean, if a weird guy asks you out on a date, says, hey, like, do you want to go to a movie sometime? And you're like, yeah, like sometime that would be great. Let's do it, right? And so that's just an example of, so whether you are going to a job interview, communicating with family, on a date, or trying to convince someone to lend you money, the skill of using body language correctly is going to be a huge advantage and factor in your success, right? So going into, let's say you're trying to go in for a loan to go to the bank, you dress up, or in the other case of you're just trying to get $5 for some McDonald's from your parents or something, right? They say that showing your hands when you talk actually boosts trust for them. So like they see your hands, like in your subconscious, says that this is somebody that I can trust, and that's super cool. And so just these little things can make a big difference. So Vanessa Van Edwards, the one I talked about earlier, this is a quote. She said that body language is a skill you need to know to put your best foot forward. What we say is not nearly as important as what our body is saying. So applauders, people who try this out and study this, say that they can get more information and give more information, leading them to hugely increase success. And so I can give an example of something that happened in my life. When I was in high school, I had a really good friend, and she was suffering from depression and anxiety and wasn't doing well handling it. I remember that as we spoke about how she was doing, she repeatedly told me that she was fine, although her body language told me different. How many times have we heard somebody say, I'm fine, but their body language says something completely different, right? You see the droop shoulders with the expressions and just kind of how they talk to you, and you can tell by the pitch of their voice, right? Reading these signs, I was able to understand that things weren't okay. I needed to put special attention on being her friend, a good friend to her. A year later, I received a letter from her thanking me for being there for her when she was most vulnerable. I was surprised that a few seconds of sincerely reading her body language made such a difference even a year later. So what would have happened if I hadn't paid attention to that? How much would I have missed? So I think about how much do you and I miss when we're sending a text message or when we're talking with somebody and we're not paying attention to that body language, right? How many people have been interested in you and you had no clue, right? I don't know. So we understand that there is more to communication than just the words we say or the text messages we send. The art of body language is practice. The art of body language is a practice skill of true worth. Understanding how to interpret and use body language can powerfully magnify our communication success.